What's up, everybody? Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Strike a heart. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here making them gains. Guess what? We set it up. We said just now that we were shorting from this beautiful 23,808. 23,808. Hey, let's see where we go today in the live stream, but let's get it. We're short from 23,808, and guess what? We're doing all right so far. Target's the bottom of the range. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to everybody here joining us live. Shout out to everybody in the Discord taking the trades. I mean, people were out here making mad gains today. The monthly is in. We will look at what we think. We got the doji here. What's going on, Pump? I didn't expect that. Shout out to Padawan Rangebender, always here saying what up. We got the doji here. Indecision can mean a reversal. Are we going to head down? We have bearish divs on the 2-day. We have multiple signs that say, hey, maybe we going back down. But guess what? These beautiful bulls do not want to give up. They're full of bull, and we're watching them fight back because we were dumping today. But, as we say, they are back and they are throwing up a fight right now. So, where are we going to go? What's in store for the rest of the week? It's hump day here in Australia, so I hope you're all doing well. We're all doing well. Australia's doing well. Wherever you're from, 6 p.m. I'm streaming in Australia on a Wednesday, so hope you're all doing well. And let's get into the charts. We'll look at this 2-day bear div that we've looked for it to play out. And guess what? It hasn't fully played out. It looks bearish, right? It looks bearish. We have money flow curving out. We have bear divs. And yet we cannot break down through this range. What's going on? Bitcoin, right? We keep getting a little bit of a relief here. And the price does not want to drop on us. But, can we see a market reversal? Because Wednesdays typically, if we've been pumping and kind of staying flat, it tends to do the opposite come Wednesday. So can we see something like that? That's what I'm looking for. I'm currently in a short from 23,808 and holding that short, and hopefully we can get back down below. So let's go through Market Cipher. Let's take a look at the charts. Bitcoin today has been bouncing up and down. We'll quickly go to the 4 hour just so we can have a look here. And we can see that today we'll go down to the 1. Today, I mean, I've seen Felix in the Discord. I've seen people in the Discord, they rode this down and then all of a sudden, kaboom, we're back up to the races. And what's going on with the price? No one expected this pump back up. Can this be a double top at this key level? Can we continue back down and break through this huge level of support at 22,800? Well, we got to see. Shout out to Felix in the chat with his wrench. Now, what I've learned since living in Canada, living in the UK, and living in Australia is that all three of us have a different word for wrench. We have UK, spanner. We have Canada, wrench. And we have Australia, shifter. A shifter. Now, I thought that was a pretty interesting word for a wrench, but let's go. We're asking for this short holding from 23,550. Ooh, hopefully we can come back down there, Felix. And New Zealand calls it a crescent. Well, a crescent wrench is a brand back home, but wow. We got multiple different types of wrenches, spanners, shifters, and crescents in the chat. So shout out to all you guys. Maybe we can all get a wrench one day. We're looking for the dump. I'm in a short. I shared it in the Discord. I'm like, I have a short set at 23,808. This is not a signals group, but if I feel confident about a trade, I say what I'm doing. And I shared that, and guess what? We are coming down, and I'm up quite. I'm doing all right. I think I'm doing all right. Keep dumping. All right. So let's look at this. Wow. I'm smiling. You know what? I've paid myself, everything else is profit. I've already taken profits, and we're all right. Okay, so let's look at Market Cipher and what it did to us today. We know that we got this reversal doji candle on the monthly of February. February has been negative. It has not been good. Now we go to the weekly. We look at weekly, and it's looking to curl over. We have not had a red dot yet, but when we get to the 5-day, we can see we have a red dot that hasn't printed yet, and it will print next week on March the 2nd. Oh, wait, next week, March the 2nd. That's tomorrow. We're going to print a candle tomorrow. So maybe we can have a red dot confirm in the stream tomorrow. 3 days working down with the bearish divergence, right? Red on the stochastics, and watch out for the shifters. A shifter is an manual car that you use to change gears. Am I not right, Padawan Range Bender? I'm pretty sure that's what a shifter is, in my opinion. But going down to the 2-day, we can see the bear divs. We can see that stochastic has curled back up because of this quick little pump back up. But money flow is definitely on its way out, and it's not holding really up in this range that it was before. Look at this. It's looking to come down as well on this momentum flow. So maybe we can get more movement down. Now the daily's a little bit different. Now the daily has curled back up, but we do have quite a big spread between the stochastic and the RSI. So can this mean a move downwards? We hope to see that, because everybody seems to be bearish in the chat. So shout out to all you bears out there. We'll get out the teddy bear for the next chat. We otter gang here, but you know what? I mean, throw your bears up. Throw me a 12-inch shifter so I can wreck the price. Anthony Soprano in the chat. What's up, Otter Gang? Damn, just woke up and BTC missed my short at 23.9. So we're all feeling bearish. Wow, you guys are bears. We're going down to the hibernation zone. And if you've been around for a bit, we've named this square below us the hibernation zone. And Bitcoin needs to go and take a nap so we can ride out this short, in my opinion. So hopefully we can go back and we can test this hibernation zone, which is around 21,800, which is definitely the entry back below this FTX dump, which is definitely a change of market structure. So everybody, make sure you have this level down, because if we break down below here, you can see if we break below here, market structure has then changed, and we'll look to retrace and work our way down. We have the FTX high over here, but you can see that market structure is still bullish until we break this structure. So we're watching that pretty closely, but obviously everybody in the chat, shout out to all you guys throwing the otters, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, because we're growing. We're giving you all the setups. I mean, I gave the setup just like 10 minutes ago in the chat, and we taken that short. So we're doing all right. So join us in the Discord. Free Discord. Great people. Great mods. You know what? We're growing, and we're all very kind, nice people most of the time. We like to have a good laugh as well, right? Because banter is important. So nothing significant here. I see that we have curled over. We are making a higher high here. We have a doji candle reverse. We came back down. We've double bottomed here, and we've come back up to this key level that we were talking about yesterday. Now, if you are here with us, make sure you take these levels. Please do yourself a favor. We had this square here. We have this square here. Price has come up and it has tested it yet again, and we were ready, waiting. 23.18. I put 23.8 808 in the chat 10 minutes ago. So you would have even had a better entry if you had this. I should have just turned on my prices, right? So look at price, look at how it's reacting and how quickly price moved up, and yet it's getting rejected, and hopefully it can work its way down, right? We want this to go all the way to the basement so we can all buy 500 Bitcoins, right? Right? Because this is about making money whether the price goes up or goes down, but we're always given the setups in advance, and any thoughts or ideas, we try to share them in the Discord with you guys in order to make some nice profits. Shout out to all of you guys. I hope you guys like this time of the stream. We're doing 6 o'clock this week, and then we're doing 4 a.m. next week. Now, you guys are challenging me in my sleep pattern, so thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to drink my tea, but I can't stop talking. What kind of tea do you drink? Throw it in the comments below with an otter beside it. I got the Earl Grey going on right now. So we can buy BitBoy Lambo and crash it because Lambos are dumb. I am on board with that. I'm on board with that. I'll take a 1994 Supra MK4 because that's my generational car. But who cares? We'll all get Lambos or whatever car you want to get, but we're all working together to get there together. And it's about community. It's about helping each other. It's about preserving capital. And it's about building trust and friendship and love in one community. And this is it. So subscribe if you haven't already. Much love. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. What does this have? The 2JZ Unbreakable. Yes, right-hand drive. Yes, beautiful. Love it. So we got a double bottom here. Let's go into some further analysis. Now, I've been throwing up my charts on the daily all day today. So I'm just like, okay, watch the bull divs here, watch the bear divs here. We came up, we got the bear divs here. I believe so. Yeah, we did. So if we zoom in here, we can see it isn't that dramatic, but it's enough, right? To bring us down, which it has, and it brought us down. I saw you guys get into this. You got the beautiful blood diamond. I saw you guys short in this today. So proud of all of you. Felix leading the way because I think he has the day off today. So he's just been in the Discord sharing all his setups, which I greatly appreciate. We can see that money flow is in the red on the short term, but the 4 hour looks like it wants to bring us back up. We got the green dot. We see this big move up, and we obviously have a rejection here, but we also have this reversal triangle that tends to play out quite often. So we're going to watch that triangle, and hopefully it does play out because everybody in the Discord and in this channel is definitely bearish, right? So we'll watch that. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go over and check if we have any CME gaps. Then we'll get into the shorter term time frames. So do we have a CME gap? No CME gap. We tend to share these early so that we can jump on them quick times and catch these being filled. Did not catch it today, but guess what? Tomorrow is definitely a new day. So nothing like that. Bitcoin dominance is coming up slightly recently, which means less power for altcoins, right? Can we get above this huge 44% mark? We'll have to wait and find out. So let's go down and check out our good old friend Ethereum. Now we know Ethereum has news coming out this month, and it hasn't done much besides work its way down. Now it does look bearish in my opinion as well. Going on the higher term time frames, yes, we've come up, we've swooped down, and we continue to form this bear kind of pennant that has, or this bullish pennant, but bullish pennants this steep don't really typically play out that well. It hasn't been able to break out, and maybe you could get a nice little dump out of this. So we're watching Ethereum. This is our box. This is our levels for Ethereum, but I haven't been trading Ethereum that much lately because I do want to wait for the unstaking event to happen in order to see which direction it's going to move. Because when people unstake, they could just be happy to sell off their Ethereum, right? Depending on what they bought it at and what they staked it at, they could be like, I want the cash, right? Or they need the cash, right? So we got to be careful. I'm starting to think the hibernation zone doesn't exist, fantasy land. Well, if you go to Canada, I'll tell you. February, Canada, hibernation zone. Hibernation zone. Anthony Soprano wants it to pump so his order gets filled. Well, we can see. I mean, my stop loss is in profit, so I'm okay if that does happen. I can re-enter, but hopefully we go to the basement right now. So where are the setups, Felix? He was scalping today, so you should hold him accountable for all the setups. And also yesterday, let's go over to Matic. Now, Matic, we gave this setup yesterday. And guess what? If you're watching Matic and you were waiting and you were ready, guess what? You would have taken this, and look at that. That's a big, juicy move on Matic. You would have been up quite a nice, good old 7% on Matic. Holy smokes, Batman. So the setup was given here on Matic. Could have taken that trade today. When we came down, touched this level of resist or support, and we've bounced. Look for Matic to get rejected here or continue upwards. But the setup was given yesterday, and we will continue to watch this zone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love when we go over and check coins and setups have definitely worked out in our favor. Let's go over to Matic and zoom into the 1 hour. We're still in this zone. It looks like we're rejecting off a golden pocket. Let's double check. No, 786. Yeah, golden pocket 786. Key level of support. Let's pull over our volume and let's check it out. Yeah, so we got a big volume spike above here. So look for a rejection on Matic. This could be a possible setup for a short on Matic. Yeah, at the range high of the golden pocket we've bounced off of. So this is possibly a nice short setup. So we'll share it over in the Discord. But this could be a possible nice trade setup for Matic. Watch for it to react to price going over to the 12-minute. Yeah, we have higher highs and lower lows. So you can see that there is a bearish divergence here on Matic that is definitely playing out. So possible Matic trade right now looking pretty nice. If you're not in a trade right now, well, possibly you could jump into this one here because we did get quite a nice move. So there's a Matic setup for everyone if you're hungry for a trade. Wanted to go over to OP because OP has definitely had quite a pump because of base. Base is Coinbase's new layer 2. It has worked its way down. Maybe it's trying to break out right now. OP has been trading quite nicely lately and respecting levels. So I have been taking a quick peek at it, and it has been within this range. Look for it to work its way up probably to the point of control. Maybe, maybe not. But right now, it does look like it's respecting this key volume area right here to the left. So we'll throw that in there. OP has been strong lately, but it's also been respecting TA as well. So that looks good. I wouldn't take a trade on this just yet. It's kind of at the range, middle of the range, which is kind of risque, as they say. Tony Soprano says, sorry guys, bad financial advice. Trust Alex though. I just share what I'm doing. I try my best to help you guys. I try to share my ideas. It helps if everybody is on the same page sharing their ideas. I mean, I did set this up for us guys, so it is looking quite nice so far. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but I'm always winning with you guys. That's why we do have a wrecked wall, because if we won all the time, well, Lambos for everybody. I'd be buying you all Lambos. I'd be paying for a subscription just to be your friend, because you guys are awesome. Otter Gang. You know what? I'm feeling in the Otter Gang spirit. I'm going to throw on the Otter Gang hat. Shout out to Etsy. We do not have merch yet. One day we'll have merch. But we do have the Otter Gang hat. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Shout out to you guys. We love you. We throwing on the Otter Gang hat. Even has a little pom-pom. All right. All right. TA time, baby. Let's go. So we are getting a dump over here. Now, what else was I looking at? I was definitely having a look at APT because it is popping. Possible short on APT. Am I crazy? Yeah, I'm pretty crazy. I love you all. So I just buy bottle barrel like ACS and hope it doesn't go nil. All right. So we at the top of the range. Aptos looking for a nice short. This looks juicy. Oof. So if you're looking for another short entry, maybe this is the one. At the top of the range. You can clearly see it's at the top of this range here. If you draw a horizontal line here. We do have this previously traded range before, but right now, when looking at Aptos on the daily, huge pump up, failure to break this. We got resistance here. We got support down here, but we do have resistance at this level. You can easily see it on multiple occasions. So, can we get rejected here on Aptos? We have had a huge pump up, but Aptos does look like a beautiful short right now. Holy smokes, Macintosh! I might have to take this after the live stream. We are getting rejected here. You can also see that we do have some sort of bearish divergence playing out from the top here down to the bottom. Risky to trade alts, but you know what? There's setups to be had, right? There's setups to be had that can lead us to profits. It's just trying to put the flavor or the favor in our trades, right? Most confluence, we got a strong high over here, so this could be a rejection off of this level of resistance here. And we do have quite a big move up, which would look to work its way back into this range. I would expectations, right? So we'll see what happens here with Aptos. Now, going back to Bitcoin, just quickly. We're doing all right here. We're doing all right. Do we need some pump music or some dump music? What are we looking for? Dump? 1 minute. One minute chart. All right, that's enough out of me. So we're in up here. We're doing all right, my friends. We're doing all right. Can it work its way back down? It's printing a green dot. It's probably looking for another green dot here. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, but going over to Bitcoin and the long-term ideas we have. So we got the bearish divs on the 2-day, on the 3-day. Let's look at the S&P. Let's take a look at our good old friend S&P index, and let's have a wee peek. Okay, I can't look at the S&P. Anything under the 1 hour looks ridiculous. So we have the trend line, right? What has happened here is that we've come down, we've touched the trend line, we've pumped back up. Now we seem to be working our way down. Come up, rejected off of this key level of resistance. This was a key level to hold support. It went, it busted through, right? 1, 2, 3, busted through, come back down, tried to have a little bit of a rally. Now it looks like it's curling over. Can it make its way back down this beautiful trend line? We'll have to wait and see, but keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this because what the S&P typically does repeats in Bitcoin, right? So we want to have confluences, and this will add to the confluence in our charts, is if we watch the S&P and how it opens, how it reacts. I always check it on US Open, where the gap is, and what's going to be filled. You can see today when we go in and zoom in on the S&P, there's always a gap on the S&P, right? You see the gap here? Here's the gap, right? The gap tends to get filled, right? You see it comes down, fills the gap, right? Comes back, fills this gap here, right? So tomorrow, when we start depending on where we start, maybe it's a gap up to here. Maybe it's a gap down to here. Look for that gap to be filled and look for the Bitcoin price to possibly follow. That's one of the tricks I like to use, especially on market open with the S&P 500 and Bitcoin, especially if I'm scalping. Because it will dictate which way price will go, along with other confluences, which will definitely help you be more profitable, more successful in your trading journey. So that's one little trick that I like to share with you guys. Next, we'll go to our good old friend Dixie, also known as Normus. And Mr. Dixie's got a dump. And maybe that explains the pump. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but every time I say Dixie, I think of like Dixie jeans or something like that. And I'm Canadian, so it all comes out, you know. So we're looking to stay within this range. Now, if the Dixie is going to continue to dump, we can expect higher prices for Bitcoin because people are going to start putting their money into risk assets. So let's put this level here and let's make it red just so we can see for tomorrow's stream how the price reacts. Does it come down and bounce? Quite possibly, right? There is also confluence up here, a couple highs up here, but let's see. We don't want it to be making lower lows. That's what we don't want. If we want Bitcoin to dump like everybody in the chat does, then we don't want it to come down here. We want it to come somewhere where it is and maybe continue upwards, or at least within this range here, and stay up. Because when Dixie stays up, Bitcoin goes down, right? We all know that. It trades the opposite, right? So for me, I look for a bounce off of the Dixie for Bitcoin to move down. I'd look for S&P to retest that trend line, and that will give us a better idea. Don't forget to check your mini futures to get an advanced idea of what the markets are going to do, right? Because you can see here that we have had a little bit of a bounce. What's up, Sushi? Spicy Sushi, the Fallen One, Felix, Padawan Rangebender, Anthony Soprano, bello. Ciao. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for your support. I really appreciate it. We're trying out here. We're trying our best to bring you guys updates, trade setups every single day. So now we're going to get back into the Bitcoin price and try to find you guys some more stuff to trade. Okay, well, this range is the range, right? We got the big boxes right here. We have this box down below. We can make it a bit smaller. Why not? Right? Just so it's a bit more accurate. And let's keep that over here. Right? Let's add a price to that. 23,000. Looking to hold us. What does this market structure look like? Okay, well, we can look at it right now and we can see that we're trying to make higher highs possibly. We can look at it that way. Or we can look at it this way where we've made a higher high. We've made a higher high. That was poorly drawn. I'm sorry about that. So we've come down, we've touched, and then we've continued upwards, right? Now we're trying to double top, which can be down, up, down, double top, and then drop, double top, then drop, which we all love and we're hoping for here. We know how important this 23.8 is. If we get above 23.8 and flip it to support, I'm looking to long, like big time. I will be looking to long down here if we have confluence, but it isn't as easy as throwing down a short right now because the market seems pretty bearish. If we look at the 12-minute and we look at this setup that we could have gotten into this long, it's actually the reverse. We got a double bottom here with snake eyes, right? We got these snake eyes with a double bottom. Not much of a bullish divergence here. So this is where we would have wanted to enter, is right here. What do we got? We got, this is almost way too close for comfort to even think that they're like one's lower than the other, right? So we'll look bullish, bullish, bullish. Money flow curling up a bit. See, this was a hard trade, but you can see that we stayed very much on the oversold area for quite a bit, right? We came down, we bounced, we put in a higher low, but then we put in an exact same low, which is a double bottom, which is a reversal pattern, and then off to the races, right? As soon as you see this money flow curving over and switching over bullishly, that's kind of where you'd be looking to trade, because market structure has clearly changed after we're getting above these highs here. So once we've pushed up here, your next entry point is somewhere around 23,200, which is still, in my opinion, a hard trade to justify jumping into. The only setup here I would have seen is the double bottom. Would I have taken this trade? No, because I didn't take this trade. I wasn't on the charts at the time, but this was not an easy signal, because we're looking for price to come and grab these lows down here. We're looking for them to grab these people who are still probably holding their longs, right? We want to see them come down and grab the liquidity and then come up, right? So they're playing games right now, these whales. So will they come down from a big double top on the longer term time frames? So if we go on the 1 hour, we can see we have a big double top that could possibly bring us down as well. Not easy. This market in the past 3 days or so has been very violent. It has come up, down. You see what I mean? Very violent, spiky moves, and very hard to judge. I have not traded this area because it's been wild. I missed this top, so I let it go. In the middle of the range, came down. This wasn't good enough for me. I was also working, so I didn't see it, and I saw us coming up, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I got into a short. So I suggest we all practice good patience. I suggest that we all try to preserve our capital and wait for the right trade setups. It's hard sometimes because you want to trade. It's hard sometimes, but to chase price typically means to lose money. If we're not looking for a setup, if you're scalping, different attitude when scalping, right? Because you're in and out, you're paying yourself early. You can scalp this range, right? You can scalp all the way up here as long as the trend is your friend and you're treating it that way and you're not trying to swing trade. Well, then you can possibly extract some profits, right? So it has not been easy recently. We do have, I believe, news coming. Mixed news, we've had multiple news. Like, they're not the big, huge news, but durable goods manufacturing comes out tomorrow, right? So there's multiple things that are coming out that are affecting the market, right? So we got to be careful. We got to stay informed, and we got to practice good risk management. Now, I'm going to let this trade ride out. I will be in the Discord. I will be sharing my ideas. If there's anything you guys would like me to look at, I have no qualms at looking at it. I'm always here to help. I'm always here to take a peek at anything that could be possibly beneficial to all of us. What do we got as big? We got big pump on Phantom. That could be a possible short on Phantom. See, I always look through my chart here, and whatever looks very bullish, like ICP looks very bullish, that move might be delayed, right? We could have a little bit of a head and shoulders popping off here, right? ICP. There's multiple things to be looking. Can you run 1080p now? You have good internet. I think I can. I have to look at my settings. Actually, thank you so much, Felix. I got to write that down to adjust my stream settings. Adjust. Because now we have decent internet. Mrs. Otter isn't on the balcony doing the crane position, holding the router. So possibly can get some better quality videos to you guys and make it even more crispier and nice for you people. So thank you so much for reminding me. I've written that down. Look at Mask. Mask is on a tear, up 9.5% here, flying. Can we get a Mask short on the go? Where it stops, nobody knows. Holy smokes, Mask. Let's go and have a look at Mask. It is flying. Value area high, very much middle of the road here. But when we go over here, we can see that literally we're out of the range. We've popped up. We're back into the range from previous. So maybe we throw it in here. Take a look, bouncing off the point of control. Possible short setup for Mask. Just saying, if we take a fib from the very top here all the way to the swing low, look at that golden pocket. So keep your eyes peeled. Look for some shorts right now. I'm currently in a short, looking for Bitcoin to work its way back down into the point of control of this range, which would be around 23,400. We'll see where it goes. We can also look for a retrace right around the point of control. Let's watch for that as well. Okay. I just want to thank you all for being here. It is time for me to go. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. I will be in the Discord. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and this video. Join us in the free Discord. We're always here to help. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to go and hit the yoga mat, chill with the Otter Gang in the Discord. Smash the like button on your way out. Much love. Be safe. Take it easy. Mrs. Otter, are we going to have another dinner? I know we already had dinner, but can we have two? I'm hungry. Crocodile is not that good. It's really chewy. Yeah, let's have some kangaroo. Boing, hop.